To the context of sustainable development, there are three major pillars which we put in place, or maybe which may guide our progress in whatever the projects we do. As much as the government also is working, those pillars can guide the policy direction to see if the country truly is developing, or maybe if they are missing out somewhere. So the first aspect is the economic development, or maybe the economic aspect. How is the system also helping people to generate income? That's the most important thing. But in our country, or maybe in our city, Lusaka, we are having too many people who are coming in with similar businesses. Maybe they will come in with, if they, for instance, maybe if it's tomato, one farmer can produce that tomato to about maybe 300 women who are traders in the city, and they'll come there just to be selling tomatoes. Here this one sells a tomato, here that other one sells a tomato, and that other one sells a tomato there, or maybe any kind of the vegetable. So we are finding that a lot of people are coming in without a lot of value addition. They just believe in being trading. Apart from that, also a lot of people, they are earning less from what they are doing, because most of them, they are almost like doing similar things. Maybe that big farmer is the one who is going to earn more. So the problem we are having, like on the economic aspect, people are earning less, and also the aspect of the issue of those people not having some financial literacy, and not also having some value addition to the products they are selling. So economically, we find that we are missing it out as a nation, because those women, especially women, they are supporting families, and they are failing also to meet the economic needs of their families because they are earning less. So that's the biggest problem we face in the city. The second problem which we are facing is the social problem. And on the social problem, it's where maybe we may say the aspects of inequalities. The inequalities, they are tending now to be huge in our cities. The good example is Lusaka City. In the Lusaka City, there are some segments where a lot of people, maybe they are foreigners who are coming in. Those are well to do, like they are selling finished products, and also they are making a lot of money out of that, because they are able to add value on their finished products, and also they are able to have other different marketing strategies. So I find that these other groups which were just depend on trading, which don't have skills to add value, which don't have skills, maybe the financial literacy skills for them to make some budgeting and for them to make some long-term planning in their businesses, we find that they are just at the same stage. So the inequality gap is also widening. So it's one of the other problem which our city Lusaka is facing. And then with the rural urban migration which we are facing, like which is so high at the moment, we find that the environment also now is not becoming conducive. We have a lot of people and selling different goods, like selling foods on the streets, and Zambia is known to be like a country which has been hit by cholera before, so there are some environmental risks there. And also into other residential places, we are finding that the sanitary infrastructure, like toilets, they are not like in a good position, such that there's the pollution, air pollution, or which could be also water pollution. All those things are now becoming possible and visible in our shanty compounds, which we call maybe like sort of like misses. So these three major aspects, to say economic, social, and also the environmental aspect in the city, it's some of the threats which are becoming sort of like a concern in our cities. The possible solution, maybe on the economic aspect, our NGO has taken an issue to educate those women who are just believing in trading, to try to to change their mindset into doing something which they can be producing even as farmers, or maybe trying to start some smaller firms for them to be manufacturing, and in that way that they can even have a product which they can export elsewhere. And also the value addition aspect, we are coming in to promote that. We have put it in place. We are also like collaborating with the private sector, so that we see how they can be adding value maybe to tomato, adding value maybe to livestock, so that a lot of, as they add value, they are creating jobs there. So when they create those jobs, we find that now they are people are earning also, they are doing things in a different way, not that maybe we just rely on one specific farmer. And then on the environmental aspect, this is where also we are promoting issues of cleaning the city, so that we promote hygiene among the populations who are coming in the cities. That's what we are trying to do, so that we get to link also to the SDG 11, which is specifically on making the city inclusive, also safe, resilient, and sustainable. So to say maybe how we can want the city to be so inclusive, it's an issue where we work with the government, closely with the government, to see that they promote, or maybe they put policies which promote industrialization, to say maybe they try to minimize certain conditions so that there could be a loom for investors to come in, so that they have like a lot of manufacturers or maybe manufacturing industries within the city. Then on the issues of safe, that's where the issue of environmental aspect comes in, where we ensure that we keep the Lusaka clean, or we have a promotion and sensitization. It's a public sensitization which we have to make so that everyone can follow. Then on the issue of being like a resilient, it's an issue where people have to do, when we say people have to get in a business where they are doing a value addition, it has to be a business which is consistent, which is more like sustainable at the end of the day. Not that people may do something which like they don't earn much and it may bring some sort of complications at the end of the day. No. So we are trying to work to build all those ideas together with the government. We try, as youths, a lot of youths are unemployed of course, but we brainstorm and bring our ideas together. So this program, especially that it's a UN supported program, it will give us the international picture, such that when we speak, or maybe when we negotiate on the table with the policymakers, which is already, we are already doing that of course. Our NGO has an MOU, so we are already doing that on the ground, but we still need more ideas and more connections, so that these people we are working with, like the policymakers, we give them the idea which have a clear evident, or maybe empirical evidence with what other countries have achieved before. So it's something which like would push me to be part of this fellowship and to see that we achieve the intended goals which we have, and especially creating a framework which would link the human capacities and the market and job opportunities within our city. Thank you so much. I look forward to work with the team which will be like selected to be like implementing these ideas and making sure that they are spread to the policymakers, private sector, and also to the general public. Thank you.